100 days challenge is what we did. It's been 3 months, and we saw it through. And this conversation is about how we did, just trying to touch on what our favorite moments were in between all that. The reason why I'm having this conversation with Khedarr right now is because he has been a very important figure in the entire process. He's been the man behind the calm. And it's been a learning curve for all of us.
Yeah.
Right. And that's just all I wanted us to see if we could touch on. What's the biggest thing you've learned through this process?
No matter how much you think you know, no matter what field you are in, you can't know it all. I think because at some point during the whole process, there are times that I will think, I will look at a work of art, work of art. I'll look at something we've done, and I'll look at it like repeatedly, and I'll say like, nah, there can't be any fault in this without video. Yeah, nothing can be wrong with this. Then he will come back, see the already edited work I've done, and he'll point out like 5-10 things that needed to be changed. And at that point, I'll be like, this is perfect already. Like, by the end of the day, I'll make those corrections, and at the end of those corrections, I will see that okay, this is better than what I had. So I mean, no matter how, there's always room to learn. There's always space for improvements. That's what I think.
And I mean, to be fair to you, there were times where you were the one bringing those corrections to the table to say, I don't think it works this way. Let's try it this way. And you know, at the end of the day, it always comes out better. And I think another lesson would be that, you know, use what you have to get what you can, rather than waiting till the moment is perfect. Because our tools are, you know, nothing close to perfect. You know, to be fair, I think, you know, some people would think that they can even notice it here and there, but I'm personally proud of how much we could do with what we have, right? And you know, benefiting from the proceeds of consistency despite. Right. So, because one thing I'm learning with consistency is consistency gets people to trust you, you know, to trust you in regards to the fact that you can deliver results, because not necessarily because you're great at it, but because you've kept at it. And the truth is, you would always get better at whatever you keep at, nonetheless. Right. So rather than tussle about how much more better, you know, your process can be, what are you doing with what it is right now? Right. When you first heard that, you know, I was embarking on the 100 days challenge, what came to mind?
Let me know, like the first thing I did when you told me about it, I was like, Yimu. Because 100 days, that's like more than 3 months.
Yeah, it's 3 months and
shooting,
days.
Editing, posting things every day. I was like, nah. Well, by the time we get to maybe day 40, we'd have tired out. But this is like day 107.
Yeah, we're past the 100 days.
So like, yeah, I didn't believe it at first, but here we are today.
So I mean, what's your favorite content for the process?
The one where you died.
Okay.
Yeah, where you had toothpaste. Sorry.
Toothpaste, actually.
Toothpaste, yeah, the one where you died. That was my favorite content. Yeah.
What about it?
The process while we're making that.
Yeah, video.
I mean, yeah, it was. I don't think I want to share it with them, but the process was.
Yeah, it was bumpy.
Very, very bumpy.
Yeah. We're not sure what to do on the second cast. We're not sure. But how did we even come up with the idea? Oh, that's another message I would like to talk about. When you came up with that idea, it was some prank idea. You wanted it to be some type of
that was the prank one? Okay, yeah.
Some type of prank messaging where the guy died from.
Yeah, that was it. Let me add it. So another lesson that I've learned is, you used to say, was it you that, or you told me?
I used to
the
say
problem with Nigerians is,
or people.
Sorry. The problem with people is that, how did you say it?
The problem with people is not that they don't think.
Good.
Is that they stop thinking.
So how did it happen? I wrote a short script in my head, trying to send a message to pranksters like that take it overboard. Then when I told him about the script, he thought about it. Was like, it's okay, but it could be better. I mean, there was a lot of space for different. So would you believe that a prank,
a
video that was supposed to address pranksters turned out to be that kind of video we made?
Yeah,
I mean,
mental health.
like
advocacy video.
Nah,
Yeah, it's the curves that we took to get there.
Yeah, because at first when I mentioned it was like, what if we do like, okay, what if the prankster is this person?
Yeah.
What if
And
this person?
I kept on, So what consistency does for you is, you become more of a master with every day. Your mastery increases, right? And that's one of the things that I think that we both have learned, right? If you keep at it, it gets easier to spot genius. It gets easier to spot gold. It gets easier to spot diamonds in the rough, right? It will be easier for somebody who mines diamonds, somewhere, in Africa, to spot a stone that is actually a diamond in roughs than me that buys the diamonds in finished products, because he's seen over and over again. He knows the features. So I think that with that, what happens is, because of we've consistently kept on, and I always say that for me, whenever I want to make videos, what I'm trying to achieve is not a feel, is not quality, it's an emotion.
Yeah.
So I see the idea and I know this might not be there yet. So we kept on flogging, navigating,
like flogging, really
navigating. I think it was like almost 2 to 3, maybe a month after you gave that idea.
Yeah, it was a long time
that
after.
we finally shot it. Where we finally got to a story where we thought,
because I mean, there was sometimes we might just be driving, maybe driving to the supermarket, and I'll bring up that story that I wanted to. What if the guy is this one? Then he will say, no, the guy can actually.
I can. One of my favorites though is the video we shot under the rain.
Crossing the road. Yes. That one. Okay, that one you were suffering, but like I was in the middle of Lekki Ekpe Expressway.
Yeah, trying to make that video work.
And where I was standing, it was near the traffic lights.
Yeah.
So like as cars are stopping, they'll be looking at me. Whether they are fast or they are stopping. But then we shot it.
And that video, we had been trying to shoot it for days. And we kept on procrastinating. And this particular day, I just told up, let's go and shoot. And it was raining.
It was even raining.
And he was thinking that, it's raining now. But I figured that based on the theme of the video, it would be nice that it's raining.
That's it. Like, don't just stop thinking. When it was raining, I was like, why are you going outside to go and shoot this thing in the rain? Let's wait for the rain to stop.
Yeah.
I mean, shooting that kind of thing under the sun will never even hit.
It might not have hit as hard. Like the rain kind of gave us the theme that we needed. That gloom. In the story that we're trying to tell.
Don't stop thinking.
Yeah, don't stop thinking. That's the premise of it all.
So I have one question for you.
All right.
Along the line, when we're on this journey, was there at any point where the views, the amount of the audience that interacted with our videos,
the content,
with the content, was there at any point where it got to you? I mean, maybe
it got discouraging.
Yeah, it got discouraging, because as for me, I won't lie, I was discouraged at some point because the numbers were just fluctuating up, down. So like, even if at all you got discouraged, what did you do?
So different things, happened at different times, with me trying to observe the numbers, me trying to, hope that it's growing, it's getting better and things like that. But like, I think before we even got started, that's a conversation we had. And I said, we have to take our eyes off the numbers. We have to be able to achieve a balance of cross-check, meaning that even while we're trying to grow the numbers, we cannot post for the numbers. Right? My former pastor taught me one thing very strategic, which is the fact that even if you're speaking to one audience or you're speaking to an audience of 20,000, speak to them the same, right? Because at the end of the day, if you're truly trying to touch lives, right, it would mean a lot if it was just one as against none in the first place, right? So I paid attention to that, or I tried to. But it got difficult on some days because we spent a lot of money, a lot of time on this process, in trying to achieve this. And on some days you're just like, come on, man, 50 views, 100 views, 50 likes, 20 likes, and all that. But my entire video, the entire thing I'm trying to teach is the consistency of it, right? And over the years, I've seen people grow from such small numbers to big numbers. And quality was not the touch. The quality was, the touch was the fact that they were consistent with the process. So I thought to myself that, so I thought to myself that I have to keep up with this. And I also want to give credit to BK because I think when I mentioned that I wanted to pull this off, one of the things she said was, and even if at the time I was defensive, but I understood it as we went on, which is the fact that take note that this will be hard.
No, it was.
Yes, take note that this will be hard. So I think that prepared me for, those seemingly difficult days. Now, in between it as well, we all started listening to Alan Watts. Now, Alan Watts has been dead for maybe half a century. He's been dead for a while. But we've been listening to him. Like we listen here. So you remember what I then began to say? And that's the fact that if people can be listening to Alan Watts almost 50 years after his death, I think I should focus on also creating my message.
The nigga was consistent.
Yes. So in it, I have to create my message so that when the time comes,
it will be out there.
It will be out there already. And in between that, a friend of mine texted to say, "Yo, shout out to Sort of Medina. It's always looking out for us." Texted to say, "Hey, you're posting a lot. I mean, I appreciate that you're posting a lot, blah blah blah, but it's affecting interactions." And I remember that my response to him, I like to read my response to him. Son of Medina has texted to say, "G, space your content distribution a bit. It's great that you're consistent, but I think daily posts can sometimes negatively affect engagement. And by the way, okay, when should I come and cook for you and Damien? You never say come cook for me and Damien." Anyways, so I say, my response says, "My G, Oshe man, thanks for the feedback. I noticed it might affect my numbers, but I'm on a 100 days posting challenge. I'll soon be done and I'd like to see it through. Also, I'm training my mind to I'm training my mind to not over prioritize the numbers because my honest goal is to teach and reach. So 1 view, 2 views, or 1 million, and I'm good." So I said, for now, like say I decorate my page. This is what's crazy about that. The 3 contents that we posted that period that made him say we're not getting good numbers, to say, don't post too much. And after I gave this response to say, I'm just creating my page, I'm trying not to do it for the numbers, I'm trying to keep up with it, I'm trying to train myself to post consistently. I don't know if you remember what happened when we posted the last bit of that. No, when we now posted that, core video, the video about the graph where we just thought, let's spice things up.
Yeah.
Suddenly, Officer Woos comments to say, with his stammering voice, your video, they inspire me. And I comment and I say, boss man, thank you. Because he's always commenting, but never really real words. He's just putting like love emojis and stuff. This time he drops a comment and I'm like, dope, thank you. And I move on. 15 minutes after, I go back and I see that Officer Woos had posted 4 of my videos on his stories. Right? He doesn't stop there. The 4 videos he posted on the story was the video he saw that he commented on, then the 3 videos that at the time were struggling with numbers.
And they were even older videos.
And they were like slightly older. And he now posted them and both of them blew up to bigger numbers. 3K, 4K, 5K, 7K. We even had a 10K views video. And I told you that day that, what if we didn't post it? There will be nothing to push.
Exactly.
So at the end of the day, prioritizing, putting it out there, just putting your message out there is more important than anything else. Because we are complaining we are getting only 1,000 views. Khedarr. If 1,000 people gathered in one venue to listen to me talk, that's a lot of numbers. And I think that's the message for a lot of content creators out there. Why you're concerned about. And I think that the problem is with content creators, you are hustling to become an influencer. The hustle should be to become an authority, not an influencer. In that space. An authority whereby even if it's 1, 2, 3 people or 1 million people that are following you, they know that you are a reliable resource in that conversation. As against, because what you're hustling for an influencer is, what you're trying to do is, you want people to come and give you money so that you can talk about that product and all that. Bro, I heard someone say that, there's now there's macro influencer, then it became micro influencer, then there's nano influencer. So everybody's suddenly an influencer. Soon, in like a year or 2, nobody will necessarily be talking about influencers. Meanwhile, I like that he said it. He said, meanwhile, the real influencers will still stay The real influencers are those who have built the reputation of authority, not reputation of numbers. So I'm just out there trying to build a reputation of authority. So that when you come and you watch because when you watch my videos and they're dope and they touch you, like it did to, several, celebrities posted our content over the last 100 days. Several, right? Officer Woods was just exciting because like he'd been commenting, he's been around our content and then he posted like several at the same time. But like when somebody comes to watch your video, whether it's 1 view, 2 views, 3 views, or 1 million views, if it is an authoritative content that indeed teaches and reaches that person, that is all that would matter, as against the big number. So I think that was one of my biggest lessons from even this. I'm very comfortable now just creating it. Of course, I'm hoping that we could build things up. We could put a lot of money on PR. But in the meantime, create the person that you want to be. Because there's a part of me that feels very bad that I didn't keep up. I didn't stay consistent from back in the day. Because what is becoming our 100 days challenge now would have been our 600 days challenge. This might have been my 600 post, and I would not be where I am today. But there's no time to cry over spilled milk. They say the best time to do something is yesterday. The second best time is now. So I'm just pumped that we're able to get past that to the point where, with a lot of people now reaching out to the DMs, like my dream is to be able to talk to people and get them out of their gloom. Now people know that I have that message. Now they reach out for me to be able to take them out of that gloom. But if I never put that content out, we would never have reached there. Yeah, I think that, what's exciting is that we came this far. Well done.
Yeah.
And we're never stopping again.
No.
So, ciao.
Hey, Jesus.
I think that's about it.